Welcome to the dark side and a long overdue updated home office tour. It's what I call my play shop. You might call it a workshop. It's just where I love being. I love everything in this room, and I built it for me. It's constantly in flux, constantly changing, constantly updating, with things getting knocked over sometimes. Don't worry, I will go back and show you each individual bit, or at least as many as I can. But if I happen to miss anything during this broadcast that you have questions about, feel free to ask. Yes, you'll notice I probably collect more dust than I do Star Wars stuff. But one of my goals for this particular year is to do a live feed or a premiere video in my YouTube channel once every day. So that's my goal. So if I miss anything, let me know. Happy to go back and potentially pick it up at another point in time. Coming back to the entrance, we've got the welcome mat, a gate that usually keeps Jedi out, a guard just on the outside. Oh yeah, no, the Star Wars stuff doesn't end here. It just begins here. I'm going to start here, I think. Some of the places really have no rhyme or reason in terms of where they are right now. They may get moved around, and they often do. These shoes are special to me, not just because they are Darth Vader shoes, and I happened to wear them when I did the live feed or stream on the Star Wars YouTube channel a few years back, unboxing the Millennium Falcon for a Force Friday. And that was a highlight of my entire life, of my entire career, doing a video for Star Wars at Lucasfilm headquarters. Nothing would ever, I think, beat that in terms of a high for me, a career high. So they deserve prominence in terms of what I see when I come into the room to get work done or to have some fun. Over the course of the past year, I happened to change out a few things. I needed more shelf space because I have more stuff, and I'm constantly getting more. Yeah, just when you think you had enough, no, not even close. I've got 4 of the 5 holiday troopers here because, unfortunately, Walmart has yet to ship their exclusive past Christmas. It's kind of upsetting, but that's just what you have to deal with when you're a collector and exclusives don't come to your particular area. I'm not going to, by the way, talk about every particular thing that's in focus, but I'm just pointing that out. I'm not exactly sure if those troopers are going to stay there, but they'll probably go somewhere. I don't even know if I'm going to be building a Jedi shelf here. Obviously, Plo Koon, the 6-inch Black Series. I am probably going to do clones in this shelf and Stormtroopers. Both scales, 6-inch and 3.75-inch scale. You can see a couple of the new troopers there. Comlink, Jedi likes playing with every so often. Got that at Galaxy's Edge. Some fun stuff. Oh, look at that! Tech! Huh? I know you guys and gals want me to do more tech, but you got to be more specific. Like there you go. A Bluetooth comlink that works, and we have fun with it. There's your tech for this particular video. Now back to the Star Wars stuff and dust. This shelf evolved over time, and I love it, if only because the Biker Scout or Scout Trooper is one of my favorite troopers of all time. A couple of the items of note on this particular shelf, and I apologize, I'm tethered to a battery pack just in case. I've got a Rogue One Admiral Raddus figure there, signed by Steven Stanton, who voiced him, as well as, quite a few other characters in the Star Wars galaxy. Let me see here. I gotta be very careful. You can see his autograph right there, because all it takes is one wrong move, and it's like dominoes. Every so often, I'll find troopers that aren't in great condition, but they may have some pieces missing. I'll pop off their heads and stick them here, because why not? Hot Wheels, of course, is now a part of my growing collection. This Captain Phasma is important because it has autographs of people on the Hasbro team at the time that The Force Awakens took place, including Mr. Stevie. We've got some Battlefront troopers back there, and shock troopers. Love them. This started out as a Boba Fett shelf, and it kind of stayed that way for the most part. It's more like a Mandalorian shelf, but largely Boba Fett. And anything Boba Fett I might get could go here. A lot of smaller pieces, obviously. Mixing and matching. Of note here, yeah, there's a vintage Dixie cup. I wish they did that again. Boy, those things are so awesome. This Funko Pop vinyl, was it a Sofubi? Blanking on the actual name of that particular series. That's the prototype for the Boba Fett prototype, which I know Yak Face is totally jelly over. Because that is the prototype for the prototype. And I got that when I did the Funko headquarters tour a few years back. All right, now I've got to lift my cable a little bit more so you can get a view up here. I've started to put all sorts of stuff in this room, not just Vader stuff. Oh, I apologize that things are out of focus. Let me get a little closer here and then come back. Wow. Yeah, this shelf doesn't look dusty because it recently kind of got knocked over, so I had to redo everything. TIE pilots, we've got some Death Troopers, black figures, Shadow Trooper, BT-0, 000. Let's see if this helps. And for some reason, focus does not want to be my friend today. Astromechs up there, and you'll see Astromechs strewn about this room. You know, it started with a Vader collection, but there's, quite honestly, just so many awesome things that are Star Wars that I just want around me, like in the immediate vicinity, that I had no choice but to keep growing in that way. Keeping it going and growing beyond Darth Vader, but Darth Vader is still the focus, by the way. Up here, this was one of the newer shelves installed over the past year, so a lot of the things in here may not be in their permanent place. I've just placed them here for now. Some vintage items you'll see strewn about as well. That's a recent pickup that I think I showcased in one of the Vlogmas videos. Darth Vader Cologne. Yes, 3 different Darth Vader colognes. That, I want to say, is not a vintage. That's one of the retro versions. This is a mask that I can wear out and about. See, this is where you got to be careful. I don't want to touch anything. No. Go back. There you go. And that I know I definitely showcased in the Vlogmas video. But I've worn that out in public a couple times. I just put like a cloth mask underneath that, and it's kind of fun. I get a lot of smiles that you can see. People's eyes are smiling because they're wearing masks. I got a Mandalorian / Grogu shelf, and I'm not sure if it's going to be one or the other. I also need to invest in a couple of risers, a few risers, if only for some of these shelves that I know I have to redo, because, you know, like here, this is a good example. Like, I've got space back there that could be reused. Space above those figures that otherwise would not be usable. This, I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to update as much, because it seems like it's full as it is. Down here, there is, if you remember, I still have it, Jedi and I in my Lego home office. Whoa, okay. Sorry, as things go in and out of focus and brightness and exposure, I'm doing my best. But yeah, there's an idea of a riser I might want to use. Obviously, I've used this one for now. And despite this being new shelf, hey man, you know, I got to keep my allergies on their toes. Darth Vader puzzles have gone down here. There are a variety of tins throughout the room, and in a lot of the tins, see, it's great to do this because I get to dust as I go along. In a lot of the tins in this room, there are collectibles. So in here, I've got some spare droids. These, you know, obviously are the 3.75-inch droids, the ones from Disneyland or Disney World, Downtown Disney, where you can build your own droid. But the smaller ones were actually a part of a very brief series that Disney did, these smaller astromechs. And I think there was a total of like 12 total, and I got the full collection. A little shorter than a 3.75-inch droid, but I did get the full collection. They came in plastic sand crawlers, which were pretty awesome. So that's where they are, because sometimes Jedi wants to play with them. This little Darth Vader actually lights up and has sounds that you can move the lightsaber around. I'm not going to turn it on right now because Jedi is still sleeping. Hopefully she will not wake up. Let's see here. Anything of note here? More puzzles. Plates with Vader on them. A nice little gift card tin. Cookie cutter. Coin bank. The new Black Series Darth Vader. Specifically from The Empire Strikes Back. I love that. stock art, probably something I found thrifting, a Vader bottle, an analog watch. There is the carbonized, I think that's what I always forget. Carbonized? Yeah, the carbonized version of Darth Vader, Black Series. And I have one open. You'll see it in a bit. The full box of Honey Nut Cheerios with Vader on it. There. The Mucky Chris 3D printed Vader Buddha. And, if you guys do 3D printing out there, I'm interested in getting your stuff. I'm not joking. I'll put it in here if it's cool. You can send it to me. I don't know. But, I'm just saying, I'm interested. Just having this here is pretty cool. And I know the person who did it. I'm interested in filling my life with other things that other people have done. I can't get around here because the device is getting in the way of the arcade cabinet. It's like what is this? Original trilogy game, like a video game. This is a licensed version of the melted Darth Vader helmet. I have the one that I unboxed live a few years back downstairs. Scares Jedi, unfortunately. But this is the one that came in a multi-pack of stuff with at GameStop, courtesy of GameStop. I bought it. It was half off, and that's when I got it. Biddy Boomer out of the box. Little, look, tech! Ah! Another vintage item, keys to the cabinet, or the kingdom. I'll get to that in a second. Up here, I don't know what's going to happen with this shelf necessarily. I've got more Shadow Troopers over here, some custom-made mini arcade cabinets. The first time I ever played a Star Wars video game was on a cabinet much like this in real life. Fun for toy photography as well. Shadow Troopers. Although I don't have the new Shadow Trooper out here. I have at least one super articulated vintage collection Shadow Trooper that I need to put out there. I just haven't done it yet. I know I need to. I'll pull it out at some point. This is up here, the pin, if we can get it in focus. Force for the Cures. You can basically get coins and other collectibles. They did this pin for Black Lives Matter, so that's got prominent display here. There is some original art by Justin Hillgrove, out of focus, as I prefer it. No, I don't. What is going on? There we go. Tap to focus. You guys wanted tech. I'm giving it to you. I'm just showing you it's not all that it's cracked up to be all the time. All right, Tarkin, get in focus. Dude, I know I'm not too close. That is not a vintage Tarkin. It's styled like the Kenner vintage figures that came. This one in particular came with the Star Wars board game a few years ago. It was on card and everything, but I thought it'd be kind of cool to display it here. We've got some Mandalorians. I never got all the older super articulated Mandalorians, but yeah, I've got them hanging out there. I should probably move them there. Well, because see, I've got more Mandalorians there, including new ones. Maybe I do need to move them. I'll think about that. Let me go ahead and come back here. Oh, before I forget, overhead, party supplies, other Vader branded stuff. Floating shelves have been a dream come true. Masks hanging over every nook and cranny. One of the things that I don't think I showcased when I did this tour last was something that I did when I was vlogging. You could find that vlog. This is the full run of the vintage figures. Kenner vintage figures. I had most of the collection when I was young, minus Yak Face, which I didn't know existed until I was substantially older and the internet existed. But this is the full run. Full. Including a couple of variants in there. I've got like a hollow cheek Tusken Raider towards the beginning. There's the last 17, Basically, every one of these figures is complete with accessory, and each one is C9 plus condition. Some of them are from my original collection. There's the blue snaggletooth that I got when Diana first visited Seattle, and now you can see it's out of focus again. Okay, come on. There we go. Thank you. It's going to be a long video if we don't get this right. Anyway, there's the full collection of vintage Star Wars figures. That's a proud achievement of mine over the past couple of years. That took a lot of work. So I'm going to spin around here, give you an eyeful. Like I said, hopefully this is going to work. I don't know. This is me wearing my Moma Nadon or Hammerhead shirt. There's a reason for that. That was the last vintage Star Wars figure I needed for my full collection, minus the Yak Face figure. Mirror with stuff, so if I need to check my hair, I can, or my awesome shirt, I can, or show everybody which device I'm using, I can. There's the Jabba entertainment shelf. This kind of kicked everything off, I think, in here. I thought it was just kind of fun. It's grown to a certain degree. Jedi likes playing with stuff over here, so I've left a lot of it so that she can play with it. There's an example of a riser, or a series of risers that I want to use. Some figures from Galaxy's Edge in there, as well as from a garage sale thrifting haul. A lot of Galaxy, or not Jedi Force, well, I guess some Jedi Force, Galactic Heroes here. I think I have close to the full collection. A variety of Star Wars figures down here, a lot of females from the fandom Jedi likes playing with. I got, over here, Yerl Poof, right there. What are you looking at, dog face? Come on, Robot Chicken. That's the reason I got Yerl Poof there. Vader Slippers, Emperor's Royal Guard that was gifted to me by Slav Snitovsky. I always mess up his last name, but he helped with the Galaxar event series that we did. I was very happy about that. Okay, fine. You two can just hang out right there. How does that sound? Stuff at the beginning, or the entrance of the room. There is a giant Vader, Darth Vader luggage, AT-AT driver. I should probably speed this up, huh? Everyone's going, no, slow down. More Galaxy, or more figures. Galactic Heroes figures. Got a little Admiral Akbar collection going on there. Some Nang Num up front to the right. Like I said, I probably need to go through and reorganize a lot of stuff. A lot of protocol droids. Astromechs there. I loved this series of gold figures. Loved. This is the closest thing we have to Knights of Ren figures. The figurines that were released by Disney. And there is, what is it? There we go. The only vintage collection Knight of Ren released so far, which is really kind of disappointing. Darth Vader Cheez-Its and fruit snacks back there. Some candy. Crayola. That is a vintage TIE Pilot. Up here we've got the Emperor, Vintage Emperor, a very rare, and I have a couple still on card of the Jedi Temple Guard. This one's loose, obviously. The red characters have gone here. Variety of stuff packed in the back. I know, people are probably saying or have said, oh, you needed to put glass on it. Diane even said that. I'm like, what? How? No, how? No. I just need a bigger room. That's what I need. More shelves. Kylo Ren Shelf. This one came together after right after they launched Kylo Ren's stuff, but before the Force Awakens was out. Darth Vader lava lamp there, Pez dispensers, various Star Wars coins from Disney. Sarah and her porgs sent me this. It's a credit that has no credit on it, but from a Galaxy's Edge. Pressed quarters. Sensi did a Darth Vader bar, so I got that. I also have the Darth Vader Sensi, although it's not in this room. I don't use it. I don't use the Sensi. A lamp. These are actually plugged in, too. I use it every so often. This is plugged in. I just haven't used it in a while. I probably should turn it on and see what happens. Darth Vader Nutcrackers, Darth Vader Technic, an original piece of art. Though I can't remember the artist. I met him at one of the local conventions. That is another Justin Hillgrove original. He gave that to me. He also gave that to me. These mashups, both Justin Hillgrove, because he knows I love Darth Vader. Yeah, pretty much. I'm trying to see here. The art. Hang on. Yeah, that is original, but I got it from Etsy. That is a Justin Hillgrove right there. The one that's out of focus. Come on. Really, dude? Okay, yeah, that one right there. Scarecrow. Sorry if I'm making anybody dizzy. You see a variety of things, just scattered everywhere. Like I said, eventually I know I'm going to have to go through everything. Don't plan on moving anytime soon, though. This is a vintage shelf of sorts. Vintage, a couple of vintage items, although I don't really have a place for it. Wax packs from first to, what was it, the 15th series, Garbage Pail Kids. What is that, Chris Mess on top? Me. But those are all unopened wax packs. C64 build. NES, Atari. These are the two video game consoles I grew up with. The first computer I had, a couple Nintendo cartridges. And you're thinking, wait a minute, what? My Little Pony? Transformers? Well, that's because Wreck-Gar and Cheese Sandwich were voiced by Weird Al Yankovic. He's right there, too. So another vintage item. This is a Darth Vader comb. Every so often, I'll see them pop up on eBay at a good price. Darth Vader soap, vintage. All of these albums here are autographed. Some of my favorite artists of all time. They Might Be Giants, Weird Al Yankovic, and Moxie Fruvis. Sadly, Moxie Fruvis is not around. This is the colorful Vader shelf. So if it's something that's not a black Vader, it's probably here. The only one that I can see that's not licensed is this one. It was just an artist on Instagram that makes them, that molds them. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'll put it here. There's another Mucky Chris item. Ewok shelf with some Dulocks. And I think that's all the Dulocks back there, though they're not complete with accessories. The Ewoks may not even be complete with their accessories. I've got, I think, pretty much all the modern and the vintage ones here. These are duplicate vintage ones. The other Ewoks were up in the lineup of baseball bat cases up above. I don't know why, but I decided to collect some Nemodians loose. They went here. I don't know why. This may not be forever. And then Baron Papanoidea, a.k.a. George Lucas right there. There's a Thrawn behind him. That one I got at a recent garage sale haul that I did a video about, too. And then Wookiees. You might remember a few Christmases ago, I got like a ton of Wookiee figures. This is pretty much where they all went. And it's started to spill over. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the Wookiees yet. And some Darth Vader stuff back there. I know, I need to re-inventory big time. All right. Darth Vader, like a, not a makeup kit, but like, what do they call it? Jewelry set. Okay, that's jewelry. I'll take it. Stein. How should I do this? Okay, so I'm over here. There's a little rug. Briefcase. Lunch pail. Backpacks. This one was released this year. That's a newer, like, ugly candy bowl. Giant Darth Vader. Some stocking caps. There's the cabinet with the Tron collection. These are not the vintage ones, but recasts from the original molds. So they're modern, because I just was not going to pay the price for the vintage Tron line here. This one I lucked into at a toy show, a local toy show. It was a variant of the Century. Yes, this still works. No, obviously it's not on right now. Alright, I guess this is where I'm going to go. I'm going to go this way. Variety of Darth Vader branded activity sets strewn about, including a couple tins here. Don't fall over. Jedi likes playing with that shelf. There's a variety of cups and plates and billfolds and wallets. A lot of Darth Vader branded books here. Valentine's, tins, all Darth Vader branded. More Darth Vader branded books. But there's the Empire Strikes Back Atari cartridge in box, complete. And what's interesting about that is that was one of my favorite Atari games of all time. Random Darth Vader things, including vintage and modern. Like, you know, they're all, I mean, I'm not going to say it's all the same to me, but in many ways, they're kind of all the same. I love it. A lot of David Prowse autographs that I picked up over the years. I'm grateful for having them now. A lot of these clones up here and troopers picked up at a local toy show. I miss toy shows. That's why I love Galaxar. I really want to do another Galaxar. Or I want to figure out, you know, this year how to set up a non-profit where I could do the things that I love to do and help other people at the same time. So if you love Star Wars and you're interested in helping me try to figure out a non-profit, or as that comes together, just stay tuned, because I may be asking for help. I will ask for help, actually. Jasmine, Slav's wife, or I should say Slav, Jasmine's husband. No, Jasmine, she needle-pointed that, and I love it. It's one of my favorite pieces. And originally that was hanging elsewhere. It's just I needed a place to put it that I could place it. That was the best place for it at this time. So don't take its position as meaning that, you know, oh, it's not as important. Plenty of space underneath for more. Yes. There's a Darth Vader chair. New Darth Vader items, older Darth Vader items. There's the Lego, the Sith. I haven't put it together yet. Darth Vader puzzle, Darth Vader clapper. These, one of them, hang on. There's so many Star Wars figures, random Star Wars figures throughout the office. These were picked up a while ago, but they're all from a smoker's home. I've got like knitted caps in here. They came from a smoker's home, so I've kept them separate, in case I want to play with them one day, but I don't want to mix them up. Speaking of, I go thrifting a lot, and I open a lot of figures. Here, let me give you an idea of the size here. So, there we go. It's full of various figures. And every so often, Jedi will come in here, we'll pull them out, and we'll play with them. That's the idea. It's exploding, though. Because it's just a cheap container of sorts. Got some micro machines in one of these tins. The other tin is currently empty. Recently, when Disney sent the Darth Vader lightsaber, this is where it ended up with the case. This stool I pull out every so often if Jedi needs it or if I need it. Angry Birds stuffy. I've got some figures in there. I'm not going to bother pulling it out, but everywhere you look, for the most part, you're going to see Star Wars in this room. But a lot of Vader, especially in the more established areas. And a lot of dust. Oh, I do believe I've got the full collection. Yeah, okay, there we go. Hikari. That's what it was called. Why did I get Sofubi? For some reason, that's in my brain. I believe I have all the Vader variants of this particular set, so that I'm proud of. I do have, obviously, some Funko Pops, the Pop Vinyl. I have all the Darth Vaders, to my knowledge. Don't tell me there's one that's missing. These aren't all of them. This is just where I found a place to stack them. May the 4th, right there, the Darth Vader calendar. Darth Vader underwear, never worn, it's for Jedi eons ago. A vintage Return of the Jedi Darth Vader puzzle on this mat that was sent to me. A couple of the Hot Wheels vehicles there. I've got a line of EU Sith, effectively. The one, Revan was supposed to get redone. It wasn't. But I don't even have all the ones I want in terms of the Sith, the Legends, right? The EU. But this came together over the past couple of years. This is Illumia, a character from the comics, the original comics that I remember clearly in my head, just vividly. I remember that character, so I needed to have her in this particular collection. A lot of these Vaders were just the loose Vaders that you see were probably thrifted, and I'll often, place them in random spots, just like, oh, here's a spot. A personalized Dave Prowse autograph, the album, and a variety of Darth Vader branded stuff there. I love these shelves because there's a whole bunch of small stuff that I'll get from various places, erasers and figurines and what have you. Although I have considered moving some of those figurines above my head where it normally is over there. Why are you having such a problem focusing? Focus over there. Focus. Guys, it's hard enough for me to focus. Okay, if I just start tapping, there we go. Wow, amazing. Thought about putting a whole bunch of little ones. If I don't put my hand in front of the camera, I think it's fine. This is going to be hard. As an Italian, this is going to be very difficult. But anyway, yeah, I'm missing so many things to highlight in terms of what's here. Those comics were all Vader variant comics when Marvel relaunched the Star Wars series. Unfortunately, I don't have a current comic vendor. I'm looking for one. If you know of a good one, let me know, because I've got a few issues I need to get. In every nook and cranny, there is Star Wars. Oh, yeah, Darth Vader frying pan. They exist. There's a vintage Dixie cup. Don't know if I'd want to use it, but it's a little waxy. There's some more there, some variants and extras. I do believe I have every Lego Darth Vader minifig. I'm fairly confident, like including the chrome one, and I even have a bagged one in this room too. Some Star Wars lipstick, the licensed stuff from a few years back. I wish they'd do that on a regular basis. Yeah, see, I even have the micro version or whatever they call them when they were doing the games. I want to say I'm missing one of these Vader Vinylmations. I'm not sure, or it was just too expensive. I can't remember why I didn't pick it up. Probably because it was too expensive. Knickknacks, fun stuff. Not easily showcased, at least at this point, because it's just so deep. But maybe I'll figure it out one day. I'll hire an organizer to come in and just redo everything. How about that? I got not much in here, so that's good news. Extra stuff goes in there. There's an old advent calendar. Not going to eat the chocolate there. All right, let me pop up here. A lot of the bigger box stuff goes up. For some reason, I just love Troopers. So that you're going to see a lot of those if you hadn't figured that out. Some of my, stuff getting knocked over. The pop vinyl. That's where they were originally placed, and then they got placed over there, then over there. That is my AT-AT driver collection. You can't see every one of them because I'm tethered to the cable for keeping this phone juiced up. The most important one, right there, that is my first Star Wars figure ever. 99 cents. Paid for it with my own money. Still have it. Love it. The AT-AT driver. So this is a Focus because they don't make a lot of AT-AT driver merchandise. Sorry, AT-AT. Kenner called it AT-AT. But yeah, that is the if I had a crown jewel in my collection, believe it or not, despite all the Vader stuff like this. So like I even have the variant black glove AT-AT driver there. Got some coins you can't necessarily see from here in pins, but gonna make my way this way. The like I said, and especially like towards the beginning, I like stuff, and I'm like, well, I want to put it somewhere, and I want to keep it close, to me because it brings me joy. Everything in this room brings me joy, and who would not want to be happy every day of their lives? So this is as close as I can get to happiness right now. So I want more of it, more of this happiness, more Star Wars, more giving back to the community, living it, loving it, sharing the experience, and the dust too. Anybody want the dust? So, most of my focus is Vader, and there are some items that are released where they have like a Vader version, R2-D2, C-3PO, etc. I may not get all of them unless they're really on sale. I'll usually only just get the Vader variant. Like here's one example from a Star Wars Celebration a few years ago. I just wanted one, just because otherwise, where am I going to put it all, right? So I usually just focus on the Vader branded stuff, when I'm collecting, unless it's figures. Figures I'll get all. The Locker Gnome area. This was done by 3D Printing Nerd when I was doing the Vader Fun channel, which turned into Star Wars Radar. On Twitter, I think we've got 40,000 followers for the Star Wars Radar channel. It's Dave Prowse writing my name on the envelope that he sent some autographed stuff in. Very grateful for that. This is, I want to say I thrifted it. I can't remember where. Now they're commonplace, but back in the day, getting a hammerhead was impossible. As I mentioned, this one was the last vintage figure I needed to get. There, now he's in focus. Okay. So I was just like, all right, I'm going to put him here. And then I always loved Klaatu. This is an extra, so I put him there. A Sith Lord Pirillo pin from Disneyland. Vader cards. Vader. A lot of extra Vader stuff. Got this one. I got lucky. When I went to a grocery store, this was still there. They were out of the items, but the stand that they used to hold the items, it was empty. So I said, "Can I take it?" And I said, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yes!" This is one of the older Vader shelves. This probably has not changed all that much. Smaller things, taller things from over the years. Really needs dusting because, man, these two shelves are and I apologize for the flare here. I'm going to have to use my hand to cover up. These are the original Vader shelves. And they've just grown. The Vader that started it all is this one right here. This was a gift, and it basically exploded from there. I need to dust them. I know. And I can tell you, a lot of these lightsabers don't match the Vaders that are holding them either, because they got mixed around and moved around over time. That's a retro Vader figure, not an original. Oh, speaking of, before I forget, hang on. Where is it? Oh, there we go. It's tucked away right there. That is a carded vintage Empire Strikes Back AT-AT driver, which is how I got that one. No, I mean, I'm saying when I bought it as a kid, it looked like that. And so I got one that basically matched. Yeah, hopefully that makes sense. There's some other pops. Don't want to forget about all that stuff. More colorful there. And other taller figures. Thrifted by and large. For some reason, I had no place to put hats. I think I'm going to find another place for these things, though. Just because, I mean, I love, it's just kind of exploding out of the lamp that never gets used, right? But I'm thinking about moving them somewhere else. And I have a couple of ideas. I just haven't executed on them yet. In here, I've got a variety of things, like Star Wars figures, Star Wars figure bins, Star Wars figures that I know I can open. More Star Wars figures, Lego sets that I can put together, which I can't wait to do, possibly this year as we do the live streams. Various bagged sets of figures, so I can keep them together. Like these are the, not vintage, but the retro figure line here. Or like, you know, some protocol droids, the color-changing droids from Galaxy's Edge. Jedi loves playing with those, so I keep them together in bags. At this point, could I do a better job? Yes. Various Vader coins. Not anything like of like extreme value like gold or silver, although those are available in New Zealand. I haven't, that I know of, picked them up yet. There's a lot of Vader stuff I don't have. Vader cards, slides, Viewmasters, Lego, Dusty Shadows of the Empire, Lokai bracelet, Valentine's, a phone case. I care more about the, there you go. I never had a Galaxy S3, but I've got the phone case because it's Darth Vader. Had no other place for it. I'm like, it'll go here for now. This is a cool thing. It may still be available in retail, but it's an infinity mirror. Cool. It goes on forever. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Vader Crunch cereal with a t-shirt inside. This one's unopened. I opened another one, though. Some puzzles down here, lenticular. My favorite. Down here is if I don't do this in the right way, you won't be able to see it. Jedi slippers from Earl Green. Vader Karmat. Back here, we've got Stuffy. And the reason why the Stuffy's there is because there are cables back there, and no one wants to look at cables. That's a Darth Vader Pizza Hut box. Tin. In there sits some dice from a card game that I don't play, but the dice are pretty cool. Star Wars dice. Down there, random tall Vader things like bottles and whatnot. A lot of boxed items, some unopened items. This is a spinner from Galaxy's Edge. I don't want to miss anything. The curtains haven't changed over all the years. I know this is the worst thing you can do with the subwoofer, but I needed a place to put them. So this is where they went. Vader wearing Vader glasses, by the way. That one is unopened. I have one that I opened and I assembled on my desk. Vader fan. I need to get a new bobblehead tin bank because this one dropped and it got dented. Very grateful that... Okay. I'll... Okay, don't go anywhere. You stay right there. I can get you back. Where were you? Where was this guy? Was he up here? I think he was up here. Yeah. I still use a subwoofer, the Hyper Real Vader. I've got a few of these because Hasbro sent them. I was going to say this particular Vader from Jack Specific was sent. It was an exclusive, but it was sent to me by Gonk Droid. That's his handle on Instagram. A fellow fan and collector. There's the Darth Vader dog carrier. Older, taller things, including the Transformers, some chocolate tins, books. This is the old... This shelf you've probably seen too, because it's in a lot of in a lot of videos behind me. Usually see just like this side, but like figures on card, various accessories and mugs, dust, small items, pins. Honestly, I've never watched a home office tour, so I have no idea if I'm doing this right. I told you, these are some of the older shelves that hardly get touched. So some new items get placed on them, but like if you see a lot more dust here, there's a reason why. Stuff up there. Again, you could pause the video at any given moment. Ask questions. Vader stuff behind the desk. I got Vader stuff down there. There's a little refrigerator not plugged in. On the chair that probably needs replaced. I don't know what to do with it. A couple Darth Vader, a purse and a bag. Yeah, I do need to replace the chair. It's getting there. Vader stuff popped onto the desk. Come on. Okay, I'm just going to spin around. Because there we go. It's back in focus. More Vader stuff back there. Easy access. So, you know, obviously a lot of the shots that are taken from this room, the older shots, you know, were basically this angle forward, right? And so the camera sat right here. And that's the live video camera I just took down. It's no longer here. I decabled. I've got an external drive connected to that particular computer. Intel-powered computers here. That one is currently backing up vlogs. But yeah, that was one angle, right? This was the primary angle, which I'm probably still going to use this angle again, hopefully in better focus. It's just not right now. I don't have the camera tethered that way. Okay, I'm going to keep moving around. When it goes out of focus, I'm going to keep moving around because that seems to fix the. Come on. You know, I'm not frustrated by any of the Star Wars stuff at all. BB-8, before I knew what BB-8 was, it got his own little shelf here. And the crown jewel here is this BB-8 Lego art original, done by Nathan Sawaya himself as a gift to me. Various Darth Vader pins, a ton of them, which I would like to showcase in a different capacity at some point in the future. Ton of Darth Vader socks. Threw in some astromechs down there. Some battery-powered holiday lights. I've got a bucket with a variety of things that Jedi can play with, including the calamari flan, which I showed in one of the Vlogmases. Got some Darth Vader Build-A-Bears, as well as I believe from one of the international Disney parks. Found that one thrifting. Darth Vader chair that Jedi sits in when she comes in here, although I'm worried because she sometimes stands on it. I'm afraid she's one of these days going to fall through. But still, this is where she sits. I've got the original run of Marvel Comics in here. There's just variety of, like I said, Jedi will sometimes open things and play with them. Whatever's inside. I'm not going to do this with every container. I just can't. Just variety of random things, items. This is this is the Darth Vader Simon, by the way. So there's the full run of vintage Marvel Comics. There's one of the Lego stuffies, the non-Christmassy stuffy. This bin is still filled with Lego bricks. A ton of Lego bricks. Each one of these bins has got a different set of figurines in it. I've got like Lego minifigs, Star Wars Lego minifigs Jedi can play with. Some the beans, the mighty beans, should be in here. That's the full collection of Star Wars mighty beans. That usually are a lot sharper. There we go. These tins got to find a better place. Star Wars Command in here, that is full. I'm not going to open the Lego bin. A lot of loose bricks in here. And trust me, we have Lego bricks everywhere. Jedi is totally into Lego. Darth Vader helmet, just a regular common one, I guess. There's more Darth Vader stuff. Yay! Alright, let's see here. Did I do everything over there, mostly? Darth Vader carrying case. It also has the insert in there, back there, behind the computer screen. What should I do? Some stuffies. I don't get a lot of Darth Vader stuffies. I'm not exactly sure if they're going to stick around either, at least in this room. Still not sold on the stuffies. So there's a few things that I know I'm going to need to change, and you're probably going to see the changes take place because this is another one of the angles, right? The general angle when I'm doing a video, right? So there may be some stuff that's going to change behind me here. The only other angle that I'm probably going to use in here is from this direction going this way. Here, let me show you. Just giving everybody a better idea. Hang on. That's the empty one. going to get knocked over again in like 2 minutes anyway. Oh, I need to get under there too. I need to show you what's under there. So one of the angles that I'm likely to use is this one from this corner facing out, right? This is another good one that I like. If only because if I get it right, then you get to see the vintage collection back there. Another angle is probably one closer to this one. Closer, not exactly. Under here, this is a change I made over the past year just to optimize space. I got this cabinet. Like, look, I've got a duster. I need to use it. Keep a variety of cables here, but quick access to other figures. Some 6-inch figures, my unopened Star Wars card deck collection. I'm not going to go through everything. I've got some loose vintage stuff back there. Other items of note, like, include other non-Star Wars-y collections, like my Battle Beasts. Oh, that's a Star Wars collection. It went in here because it's a big bag. Some of my Garbage Pail Kids stuff, mask figures, full collections that I got. I'm not going to put you back because you may take a bit of effort. Dog bed where Pixie usually is. I still get back behind the desk every so often when I need to, just not a lot going on back there. But yes, Vader, obviously. Give me a second. Red curtains. Don't want to trip over everything. Yeah, there's Vaders. That's the electronic pop right there. You press it and it here. Shh. By the way, there's a Darth Vader breathing sound apparatus that I've got on my Amazon wish list. Zelda is in the video description. I'd like to use it when I'm out and about because it'd be kind of funny because I wear a Vader mask on my face when I'm out to have the breather going too. It's not something that I've picked up yet, but it is on my wish list. Everything seems to get stacked here. There's probably a better way of doing a lot of that. Again, a lot of these shelves are some of the original shelves. They don't get a lot of movement or change. You might remember when there were fewer stormtroopers on that particular TV stand. Oh yeah, boy, this camera's great. I love this No, this is even better. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Snark. Who knew you needed it today? Some ornaments have gone down here. Variety of fun things, and you'll see sometimes I'll start collecting for some reason by color. So I've got a Sith Trooper or two hanging out there, really red. Astromechs that are red, although CB is, well, I guess she's red. A lot of open things, a lot of not so open things. Very blue. There's the one I was referring to earlier, the carbonized version of Vader. Kyber Crystal is red, not black, sadly. Craft Dinner from Canada, a Vader. Got a variety of Vader Hot Wheels and vehicles up here. Keep a lot of the open bobbleheads here. There. Not all, obviously, but many. Above the TV, some of the more giant things. At least 3 giant Pez variants that I know of. Found out about this one recently. There's another Mucky Chris 3D printed Vader. Cups from over the years. Open Christmas ornaments have gone up here, and you'll see, obviously, non-Vader stuff too here. Okay, I'm going to keep tapping until it's in focus. I know I keep obsessing about that. You thought I was obsessed about Vader. So, yeah, $10,000. No, I suck at math. 10 million. Because that was my goal in life. And I'm still working on it. If I could crack 1 million subscribers, just in the past day alone, 2 YouTubers, including MKBHD, Marquez Brownlee, did a video that featured me. 2 people with over 1 million subs. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know what it's going to take. More Star Wars, maybe, for me to get to 1 million. I'm just going to be happy as I am right now, as a clam. Yeah. Someone sent this Vader hologram watch. Pretty cool. Vintage Vader toothbrush. Toothpaste. Toothbrushes. I mean, come on. This one, this is not a licensed Vader, but I thought it was pretty cool. Pretty unique. Vader pens. Some modern coins. Not, or is this? This one might be my vintage Anakin Skywalker that I grew up with. I think. I want to say it is. That you mailed away for. That one I waited forever and a day. It just came last week. Vader snow globes. Not a complete collection, I don't think. So many things, though, don't hang out with me in this room. This is just where some of them have gone. That's a green Vader shelf for the most part. I'm looking through the viewfinder to see if there's anything I need to or want to mention specifically. A lot of the stuff I might have found thrifting or on sale, like this. It was an item that I guess came attached to something else from like Pottery Barn Kids or something. Found it thrifting. Dollar Tree a while ago had these I think they're called Connectics. These little tokens of sorts. Is that what they were called? Topps did them. Connectics? Anyway, nice little Vader bag that I like playing with it sometimes. Hey man, if I got space, something's going in there, like a Darth Vader art kit. Alright, I guess now would be as good a time as any. Well, let me go back here, I guess, before I go there. Hot Wheels. Right now I've got all the open Star Wars Hot Wheels in here. Not quite complete. I'm missing one or two, especially the newer ones, though the Hot Wheels branded packaging, no Luke Skywalker writing, land speeder. Thank you, Chris's memory. Just got. The one that's missing is the Cloud Car. That one's kind of rare, even though it's new. New character cars haven't been released yet. This one I need to open, or I want to open. Let me go ahead and pull that out. Because you probably noticed one earlier over there on the Boba Fett shelf. This is an extra one I got on sale. A mini geeky tiki. Tons of Darth Vader plates. These shelves, this shelf is new in its position. So a lot of it's sparse because it's like, well, I need to build, I need to reorganize. And so this is just where I've put things. Oh, let me, I guess, stand up. Crayon tins. This is from this past Christmas. The one with red eyes. Vader scissors, which I've got an open one of. I only found out because Diana said, "Did you see the Darth Vader scissors?" I'm like, no. Vader branded tags I pull off of things. Paper plate up there. That's the new Rogue One vintage collection. Nah. I literally, before this video, put that paper plate there. Thinking, oh, maybe it'll stay. There's the some Vader pop sockets. That's why I shouldn't touch things. This worked for some reason. I had a whole bunch of loose stuff, like stuffies and tall things. And I'm like, well, maybe I can cram them in the corner and they'll stay that way. And they have. It's crazy. So, yeah, I got a Darth Vader pillow corner for the most part. Barbecue tongs. Don't really barbecue anymore. Vader baseball bat. I'm going to open this. I'm not going to give you a full tour of it because it's just a lot of random things. But I've optimized the space, right? I got these hangers, so if I need paper plates, I've got some Vader paper plates, some loose baggies. If I need to bag something up, some tins. Overage for socks right now, although all the socks may go in that hanger. Some tins. This is just like a thing that hangs down. Because I put this in here a few years ago, and then these bins. Not quite optimized for space, but you can see I've filled things up. These are all Vader branded like office supplies, probably never to be used, like folders and pens and whatnot. A whole bunch of AT-AT driver stuff. Some magazines I found thrifting. These are office supplies that I can use, including some Star Wars crayons, Vader folders that are duplicates of the ones above. Some figures that I haven't opened yet, but will at some point. A Vader sled. These are all openable, and I got them on sale like a while ago. And I'm grateful. This is there's a new Captain Rex that was just released, but this is the one that was prior as a part of when they were doing the Black Series rather than the Vintage Collection. But those will be opened, and these as well. It's kind of like, okay, I can open these. So I've got like Star Wars figures everywhere, honestly, that I can open. Ones that are opened and ones that aren't. This was something I put in there today because I got a couple extra of the Vaders. The prototypes. the convention exclusive Vader Prototypes. There were variants, I think, let's see here, 1, 2, 3. I think 24 variants of these, and I've got all but 3. They're different colors. But if you happen to have any extras, I'm interested. I only need 3 more of the variants to have the full collection. I'm not going to open those. I only opened 1 right now. I said I wasn't going to show you everything, but generally speaking, when I reorganized, I was able to accommodate things in, yeah, this is reorganized, in here, including loose bagged collections of various Star Wars things, like the emoji, or some of the extra, these are like Kinder Egg surprises, Star Wars edition hippos. These are the ones that I showcased. What are they called? Oh, God. Oh, I just learned about them when I went searching online for like Advent calendar stuff, even though it's not Advent calendar stuff, just tiny things. I found them in France. They're like, they've got little suction cups on the bottom. Someone's going to tell me what they are. They call them something different every other week, but they used to call them, like, not battle rollers? No, battle rollers were the Hot Wheels, and I have all those, but not here. Force battlers? I can't remember. They're the little figurines, like little cuties. I don't necessarily have the full collection, but I've got quite a few of them. But anyway, there's a lot of that kind of stuff in here, like loose collections of smaller Star Wars stuff. I've got, is this it? No, those are the little lunch tins. Various loose cards, things from the subscription boxes, game pieces, stands, what do they call those? Box busters. Man, there's so many branded things. I can never remember the names. But anyway, so the closet is full of that kind of stuff. Garbage Pail Kids up here, mostly current. My Star Wars clones are currently here. I have several. There's my original or vintage collection of GPKs. Stockings, blankets. As I said, this is like where I started to reorganize things. Like there's a picnic blanket there. Oh, yeah. Computer stuff. Yeah, so I started to reorganize things this summer, and then life got ahead of me, so I wasn't able to like get through everything, but eventually I will. I've got the places for it. If it's a Stormtrooper, I've probably put it here. Variety of variants and troopers right here. For the most part, they stay up. Sometimes they do get knocked over. I've climbed vertically in spots, which I probably shouldn't do, but oh well. Can't make me change. Back down here. This is what I was going to do. I'm not going to open the... Okay, I'll open the drawers, fine. Star Wars figures. What do you... Star Wars figures. There's no rhyme or reason, by the way, to where these are. Oh, these are the battle... No, these aren't the battle rollers. These are the coins. Some various Star Wars branded... Star Wars coins, not just Vader stuff. Not the battle rollers, I think, are up front, then. Back in the drawers. Really? Star Wars figures. And in the last drawer, USB cables. Weren't expecting that, were you? Okay. So, apologies for moving so fast. It's just I know we're coming close to an hour. Maybe I need to come back a bit. Some AT-AT drivers, various Stormtroopers. I've got a surge protector back there somewhere. I've got a variety of Imperial Walkers over here. Picked up. Various shapes, sizes. And some, not all of the hologram or holographic figures, but a few of them. That's just where I decided to put them. There you go. Sometimes they fall over, sometimes, and then I gotta go and stand them back up again, but that's half the fun. Then I dust a little bit, and then I move on. So, yeah. Ooh, this guy fell. I love the patrol trooper. So cool. Uh-oh. Okay, so I did my best. I think that's pretty much it. In terms of what's in my space, or my Facebook, or my Twitter, or my Instagram, or my YouTube, or my Twitch. Thank you for being here with me. I hope you're able to tune in to every one of our live streams this year. Again, I want to do one every day. please tune in, subscribe. I hope to do an AMA every day. Yes, of course, there will be Star Wars, and I'll show you my various pickups as I get them. And we can enjoy this year together. We can keep each other motivated. That's my goal. So whether you show up or not, I'm still going to live stream. Going to do a few things that I've never done before, including interview people on a regular basis. Who should I interview? I'm interested in knowing, because I'm looking for interesting people, creators, people in the fandom, people doing interesting things, people who are knowledgeable about things that I have nothing to do with. I'm interested in knowing who I need to know. But I definitely want to know you. And I'm going to get to know you if you tune in for the live streams and you comment and you're here. This is the YouTube channel. This is the only one that anybody ever really seemed to care about. So I figured, why not? Why not do it here? Thank you for following. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, doing what you do, even though this is not really what I do on a regular basis anymore. Content, video, just making the best of it, doing what we can. I totally forgot about all that stuff up there, but I don't think you mind Vader carded stuff. And I guess I can end it here with one of the prized items, 12-back Darth Vader on-card vintage figure. There you go. That one's obviously not a 12-back The Empire. I don't have a Return of the Jedi on-card graded AFA. So yeah, there you go. That's my life. Oh yeah, Darth Vader mousepad. Yeah. This is where I am. This is what makes me happy. Hopefully you're in a space that makes you happy as well. I'm around. I'll be around. And thanks for being around with me. I love you. I appreciate you. And at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. And may the Force be with you always.